These guys are trying to restore Elvis's iconic BMW 507. Elvis first bought the car in 1958, but for the last 30 years it has sat in a barn. Until now. The car's story starts in December 1958 in Frankfurt, Germany, when Elvis, the king of rock and roll, was stationed in Germany as part of his military service. While there, Elvis bought a used BMW 507. However, Elvis quickly found a problem with his new sports car. When he bought the 507, it was painted white. But Elvis was so famous that screaming fans would often kiss his car, which would leave lipstick stains all over it. So Elvis decided the simplest way to solve this issue would be to paint it red. And in 1960, after Elvis had finished his military duty in Germany, he returned home with his now red 507, before selling the car for just $3,500. Eventually the car made its way to a Californian engineer called Jack Castor. However, Castor rarely used the car, so he had it put into storage in 1974. And there it sat for more than 30 years. But in 2014, the car was found. And BMW decided to rebuild it to its former glory. However, there was a problem. Many of the parts needed weren't available anymore, but fortunately, most of the larger parts, such as the bonnet and the doors, were still from the original 507. The crew disassembled the car and dipped the underside in an acid bath, before removing the paint and treating the car with an acid-based rust remover. However, to fully repair the major damage, many parts had to be replaced completely. It was also impossible to find the original engine that Elvis had installed. So instead, a Chevrolet engine was used. Repairing the interior also provided its own challenges. Things like a missing dashboard, and the seats themselves had to be manufactured to exact specifications. The leather of the seats even matched the grain of the original seating. In all, it took 2 years to reconstruct the car. And even the original chalk white paint, as opposed to Elvis's lipstick-proof red paint, was mixed back to the original specifications. But the work was well worth the effort, when the king of rock and roll's BMW made its comeback at Pebble Beach in 2016. Not completely unlike Elvis's incredible comeback to music all the way back in 1968.